Hey runners, welcome to Running with Pete, a YouTube channel all about, you guessed it, running. I am a runner of over 30 plus years and a certified RRCA running coach. This YouTube channel, which is my first, is all about my experiences that I love to share with you and how I got started, really take you through some of my runs and races, just to kind of give you a play-by-play, if you will, of my runs. And also would love to learn and hear from the great community of runners, you folks out there. So how I got started in running, well, I never really liked running when I was a young child. I mean, I was your typical kid out there, you know, throwing the ball around, playing football and baseball, which eventually led up to playing in high school, those two sports. But running was really a form of punishment. We've all heard that term before, right? Well, it truly was. We ran when we played horrible or just didn't have a good practice. And that left a lasting impression with me. I mean, it really made me feel horrible. So why run? Well, shortly after high school, I decided to go for a run, of all things. Went to the track, did a few laps just to kind of relieve some stress. When I was attending the University of Arizona in Tucson, Bear Down Wildcats, I really picked up the love of running, and that just continued on to this day. I got involved with some local races, your 5Ks and 10Ks, really with very little experience or knowledge of the sport. All I knew is that I like getting out there and moving my legs and felt great afterwards. Those endorphins and runner's high that you hear about, it definitely left an indelible mark with me. It was in the middle of, well, 1995. I picked up a Runner's World magazine, and on the front cover it said, run the 100th edition of the Boston Marathon. Wow, Boston Marathon. What was the Boston Marathon? Well, I can tell you to this day, it is, in my opinion, the granddaddy of them all when it comes to marathons. It's one of the only marathons that you really have to qualify for other than the Olympics. We know how hard that is to get into. And there's so much rich history behind it. All the runners that have come and gone. Your everyday runner who works so hard to qualify and get there. My wife, who is an amazing runner and a lot quicker than I am, has been to Boston a few times. And let me tell you, it is definitely worth the trip to either participate or spectate. So I was training for, or trying to qualify for the Boston Marathon in a time of 3 hours and 10 minutes. I did it in 4 hours and 29 minutes and change. Not good. But it was my first marathon, right? I definitely learned a lot. I found out what pain really was because I was hurting all over. And the funny thing was, I wanted to do it again. And I did. A few years later, I ran my fastest time with 3:39. Although I was still trying to qualify for the Boston Marathon, I didn't make it. And to this date, I have not qualified. I've stopped running marathons, about 15 years ago, due to an injury on fractured ankle that's kind of limited me to the half marathon, which, don't get me wrong, I love the half marathon. And for those of you who race in the half marathon, it is, to me, one of the best distances out there. But anyways, it's my first YouTube channel, so this may sound a little rough. Hopefully I'll be able to sharpen it up a bit, bring some important content that's worth checking out. But I also would like to hear from you, the running community, how you got started with running, or how you would like to get started with running and what your goals are. You know, maybe you're looking to run your first race or qualify for the Boston Marathon, whatever the case may be. Just something to learn. We'll talk about gear, training, nutrition, just so much content out there. But I am so excited to be a part of this. And if you like what you see and hear, please be sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel so that you can get updates when they occur. Thanks again for watching. I look forward to seeing or hearing from you soon. Get out there, have a good run. Talk to you soon.